hey, look, the main image is important on Amazon. It impacts your click-through rate, your conversion rate, and yeah, truly is. But what about the secondary images? The second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and all the images on your Amazon listing? Well, they do impact the conversion for sure, but how to strategically place them in a way that they bring you better conversion and more sales? So this is the topic of today's video. We're gonna share some tips for this, so you hopefully have more sales, better conversions, and ultimately hopefully you'll make more money. So that's our aim for this video. Today I'm with Andri, ProductPinion, which is a nice software that helps A/B test on Amazon, and it actually offers a lot of things to improve your conversions on Amazon. We have also another video with Andri where we dive deep into ProductPinion and how to use it. It's going to be linked in the description. Another more older video with Matt, also where we showcase how to use ProductPinion. I would think that it would make sense to watch both of the videos to get more ideas from Matt, from Andri, to understand deeper how ProductPinion works. It's all in the description, plus free trial and best offer for ProductPinion. So Andri, man, good to see you today here.
Likewise.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me, Vova. Yeah, just like you said, main images is what a lot of people finally started testing, which is great. It impacts your click-through rate and conversion, and it is the most important thing you need to test. But today, as you said, we're going to chat about something that impacts your conversion specifically, so the secondary images on your listing. Let me share my screen. I'll show you how I normally do this. I'll give you some examples, and we can dive into the setup itself, okay? So this is what ProductPinion looks like when you're logged in. You're familiar with it from the other videos, with the types of tests. Today, we're going to look at specifically Pinion polls, and we're going to set up a new test that's a rank test, okay? And I should say that there are two tests for secondary images. One is stacked image test, and one is rank test. I don't think the stacked image test really needs an introduction. It's pretty straightforward. All you have to do is upload images either through your ASIN or manually for stack number 1 and stack number 2, maybe stack number 3 even. Can be you versus like you old images of you versus new images of you, or it can be you versus competitors. And that way you can get people to vote which entire stack they prefer. But the specific test I wanted to focus on today is the rank test. The rank test is the one that allows you to organize the images in the order of importance, okay? What I realized after watching thousands of videos in here, through like Pinion videos, where we ask people to record their screen, express their opinion, is most people don't really go through all of the images. They may scroll through them, right? But they usually just go from like top 1, 2, 3. They check for the information they really care about. If it's there, perfect. If it's not, they just skip the rest and look at the search results again, right?
Wow.
Is that your experience as well? Have you heard anything similar, Vova?
I mean, you've looked at the video, so you know, indeed, but as a shopper myself, yeah, I guess sometimes I don't watch all the pictures or the videos.
Right?
So
So what usually happens?
yeah, if the
Yeah,
first ones are captivating, then I most likely go and continue. So you're right, yeah. As a shopper,
yeah.
I'm
If you're
saying.
convinced from the first ones, you buy. If you don't, you just skip. So if we look at this example, I'll give you the like 75-ish% of human behavior on the listing from my experience. Again, very dependent on the niche. But for products like under 50-ish, under maybe even 100, that's what they do. Just look at the listing itself. If this makes sense, that's good. Everyone's tired of very long titles. Sometimes people complain about it. They look at the list, the main image. They try to find all the information in here, and they're like, okay, I wonder if it's, I don't know, if it has this specific ingredient. So they go through this other
Mm.
images. They check it, some other things. They skip it. Sometimes you just scroll through it this way. Not
Mm-hmm,
everybody's
mm-hmm,
clicking on
mm-hmm,
the images,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They're like, okay, it looks trustworthy. They just click here, then boom, they end up at the bottom looking at the reviews, and they look at the actual images in the reviews just to see
Mm-hmm,
what the product looks like in real life, what people
mm-hmm,
say, right? They want the
mm-hmm.
real stuff. So a
Mm.
lot of them even skip A plus, right? Because it's above. It's right
Yes.
here.
Oh, interesting.
So what I would say is in the order of importance, it's main image, title, obviously pricing and reviews, but we can't really impact it too much. And then it's the second, third, fourth image maybe. So the higher up you put the most important information, the better. And what helps us determine what people really care about is doing something like this. And you can't really do this with Amazon. You can upload a new stack, but you don't really have the background, right? You purely have quantitative feedback from Amazon, whereas it impacts your revenue. That's it. but you don't know the why. You don't know the real reasoning behind why something gets more attention and gets more clicks. So I'll show you the step-by-step of how to set this up. First, in the Pinion pulse on the left here, you're gonna select new test, okay? And you click rank test in here. So it does allow shoppers to rank them from the best to worst. This first page, this internal setup, is purely for your future reference. So here I would just say we're going to use this ASIN. You can use the product name or you can use the ASIN just so you remember what it is. So I would just say Mary Ruth, maybe this ASIN. That's it. Now I'm going to remember. Okay, next. That's where we upload all of the images for people to rank. And there are multiple ways you can do this. First one is you upload them manually. Okay, so you just add the images. And you have them in here. What I often use if the image is already on Amazon, just to save time, I don't have to download them from Amazon. I just go here, click, grab from ASIN. Okay. So all I have to do is paste that ASIN, grab data from ASIN. Usually takes 5, 10, 15 seconds max. And I have all of the images in here. Okay. Now I have to select 6. 6 is the maximum. We're going to exclude the main image. So we're going to do all of the other ones. So now we have 6. These other 2 don't fit in. Maybe we can do another test separately. But most likely these matter the most. So let's see what is the proper order for these secondary images. I'm going to click import. Okay.
You say don't fit in, Andri, means like on the listing, we don't see them, right? On Amazon, if that's what you meant, right?
You're right. So you have to kind of click on the images to see the rest. And also the maximum we have here is the 6.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I have to select 6. Now, let's make sure the question makes sense. So people who are looking at this test will see this. You have to look at all the images. You'll be ranking them from what you think is the most important to least important. Please give specific reasons why. Sometimes I would add something like you have to look at all the images of the multivitamin. Sorry, I can't type today. Now, this part is where you can choose how detailed you want their feedback to be. Okay, so if you keep this on, people will have to explain the position of every single image. If you turn it off, you're going to save half of the credits. So it's only going to be 1 credit per response, but they will explain their whole logic for the entire set. So totally up to you how deep you want to go. I'll just keep it off for now for the sake of the experiment. And as you see, not only images, we can also rank tests. We can also rank galleries of images. So you can really use this for multiple different reasons, but the most common one is to rank secondary images. Okay. Now I'm going to click next. So we're going to proceed with the next stage. And now we're looking at the audiences. Okay. And as some of you know, if you watched our previous videos on ProductPinion, you can use your own audience for free. Okay. I'll show you that later. But for now, I'm going to show you how to use ProductPinion audience. And this is where you select how many people will give you feedback. By default, I think for 6 options for any test, it just goes to 300, but I think 100 would be more than enough. And if I do see it's not enough, it's not very convincing as I'm watching results, I can always add more as well once
Andri,
it's 100%.
I wanted to mention also for our viewers in the link in the description, hopefully we still have that option. It gives like double the credits, right?
For your first months. Yeah.
Yes. So like this is nice.
That's
offer.
true. Very unique. Use Vova's link. You're going to get 100% extra of the credits for the first months of ProductPinion.
Right. So this way people, and I see people are using those who join through my link, by the way, thank you if you have ever joined. If you will join, I would also appreciate that. Also, this helps me keep the content free because these are not paid interviews. We're just kind of building relationships, friendships. We're kind of building together. So the affiliate helps me to continue building and I appreciate that. So yeah, so this is like double credits. Yeah. So here's like the audience.
Appreciate you, Vova.
Thank you, sir. So yeah, so here we have, as you mentioned, the amount of people, the audience, and this is like ProductPinion. What's the audience? These are buyers on Amazon or like a list you have, right? For those who are wondering, maybe.
Yeah, good question. So the way we build this audience is we tap into multiple different audience platforms. So the same that would be used for like election prediction results, scientific research papers, all those studies that you see. We tap into the exact same pools and then we filter them to qualify to be in the ProductPinion pool by asking multiple, like hundreds of different questions. And we built out a proprietary system with some AI simplifications where we ask people questions on the same topic in different ways, mixed up in random order, so they can forget what they answered before to catch if they're inconsistent. And if some of them tend to answer differently for the same question, essentially, let's say if it's about their family, and at some point they answer that they have 2 kids, later on they answer they have 3 kids, or whatever, then we're like, okay, there's some inconsistency, we block them forever. That's how we make sure the quality is good. Plus, once you start using ProductPinion, if you haven't already, you'll see that you are able to report. So in case at some point you see a bad apple, you're like, oh, this is not really helpful. You can report that response. And after 3 reports like that, that person gets blocked forever. So that's kind of how we'll keep the quality high. And the audience is huge. It's almost unlimited. And the way it works is the more specific demographic traits are being used, the more we increase it. So if you join and you think you have a very, very specific niche audience that you need to ask, the more you use it, the more people will onboard. So you always have new humans to participate.
Cool, man. Thank you for clarifying, to understand who the audience
Absolutely.
is. That helps us.
So to cover this part of the setup, select here the number of people. So let's say it's 100 people. Then these are the basic standard demographics. So male, female, you have household income, you have age, you can select different brackets. Amazon Prime, non-Prime, I just keep these on usually. Country, so this is where it gets interesting. So if you sell, let's say in Europe or in any specific country, and I have a lot of friends now that I live in London that only sell in the United Kingdom. All you have to do is just select United Kingdom. That's the audience you want to ask because you serve this country specifically. And trust me, there are cultural differences and preferences people have in different regions. So it does help you get more targeted feedback. I wouldn't ask United States for everything, which is the default. So if you don't select it, it is going to be in the United States. Now, languages, same thing. If you, let's say, are German, selling in Germany, all you have to do is select here in the countries list, Germany, select the language to be German, unselect English, ask everything in German, and you'll get Germans responding to you in German, specific to German marketplace and what they would prefer on Amazon Germany, right? Yeah, so that's how the standard demographic audiences work. I'll keep it English for this specific example. Now there are advanced demographics, and this part can get very crazy because there's so many options. I usually just search for them. The other day, I just discovered we have people with ADHD even. So if I wanted to, I don't know, launch a supplement, for example, and I need people with that specific condition, then I can just find these people here. Maybe anxiety, maybe like multiple as well, right? That's how narrow it can go. So normally I would just recommend search for them. In this case, I think it's just a multivitamin, so I don't really need any specific demographics. I'm gonna wrap this down. Custom is when you need to create something very, very specific. So if you do sell to like a very, very niche audience, I can't even come up with examples, but something that wouldn't even be here in the advanced demographics, you can still request and kind of poll people to see if they qualify to be in your custom audience. So we can also do that for you. Now, this part is useful when you do multiple different tests. So excluding shoppers from previous polls will help you remove people who previously participated. So let's say I'm asking people a similar question on the same product for the third time. I can exclude previous participants while keeping the same demographic options so that new humans participate. And new humans won't be biased to the previous things they've seen about my product or my brand, right? So that's the idea behind this part. But as I said, for this specific example, very generic product, multivitamin. So we're going to keep standard demographics only, United States, English-speaking people, all age groups, and 100 people. That's it, okay? So without my explanations, this would have taken you 10 seconds max, okay?
So
now I'm going to click
for
next.
Going in depth. Yeah.
Absolutely. And this is just a review, just for you to kind of see the summary of the whole setup, just to make sure it all makes sense. Sometimes I catch that, oh, I should ask this better, or, oh, wait, I missed one image, or let me make sure the audience still makes sense, right? So this is just for you just to have the sanity check before you go live. So very simple 4 steps. Now we're ready. And I'm going to hit submit. Maybe we can see some progress as the recording goes on. But essentially, usually it just takes 20, 30 minutes for 100 people of generic demographic, and I'm going to have 100%. And actually, right before the call, Vova, I started another test. Let's see if it's completed. This one was, I think, a little earlier. Yeah, this one. Yeah, it is 100% now. Okay, so this was for dogs choose. And I just wanted to see if we'll get some interesting results. So this is what the results page is going to look like, okay? So we have all the images, all 6 of them, ranked based on people's preferences. Interestingly enough, you also see how many people selected this to be the number one choice, right? So out of 100 people, 49 said this is the most important image. What's good, as far as I remember, I think I have this listing somewhere. Yeah, that's the one. They do use it as the very second image.
Nice.
So they either done some testing, oh, really good at this. Somehow they figured this makes sense. Let's see what else they have. They have this is number 3, this is number 4, this is number 5. Let's see what people said. I think they're matching up so far with 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. And then here is where the difference is, I think. So maybe I would just replace the last two and position them in different order. But probably doesn't matter as much because as we spoke, first 2, 3 images make the biggest difference. So as long as you address the most important concerns, answer the most important questions in your second, third image, you're generally good. And these guys are clearly doing well. I wouldn't really recommend them to change anything, but sometimes you see like complete opposite, and you're like, okay, now let's test it on Amazon, right? But yeah, these are the results. You see it like in this way, and you see every single response here. What's also interesting, you can leverage AI in a way of summarizing. I personally hate reading through all of them. Let's say it's 100 people. That's going to take me 10, 15 minutes. I'm not a big reader. So all I'm going to do is just click analyze for me. Okay. And the AI system will work in the background. It's going to analyze it. So now we have the analysis done by AI. So now we have the reasoning behind every single option. Option A, why it was chosen, positive, negative, sentiment analysis. For every single one, you can have this as in the summary. And also, if you want to be very, very specific to, let's say, option A, you can just click on, you can just scroll down and read the responses and see why people position these images in this order. And remember in the beginning, we had this toggle that allowed you to have either one response per the selection or response per every image. So if you selected the response per every image, which would be 2 credits, you'd have very, very targeted responses. And that way you could even click on option A only and see why everybody selected option A, read it one by one, right? So that's how narrow you can go. But yeah, I think the main thing is you're going to see if the order matches up. Another example I'll show you, something I've done for one of the clients recently, costumes, okay? This one's very, very helpful because they're trying to develop a template where all of their costumes follow the same order for the ease of uploading. Because you can imagine how many costumes they have, different sizes, different colors. They just wanted a template that works. So we figured out by doing a few of these tests that people want to start with something very general, just like an index image, or people in North America will be able to relate. You go to Costco. Costco gives you 5 reasons to buy this TV at Costco. And you're like, oh, it's I don't know, 2-year warranty, or no questions asked, returns, whatever, right? And you have this list. Same idea here. Usually pictures that summarize your core reasoning in one image should be used as the very second one. If I go back to the dog choose one, that's pretty much the same idea here. Yeah. The one that's winning has a list of why you need to buy this, right? So let's go back to the costumes. Second one was about the size and fit, okay? Quite important for anything you wear, right? Any clothing. You need to understand if the sizing fits you. So definitely goes at the top. Here's another one. It kind of summarizes why trust this brand, what makes it so good, how quality is checked and stuff like that, right? So all of these definitely help you convert. And what I thought would actually get much more attention is this one, because I was surprised that, like, how do I breathe through this? So to me, that was an important one. But as you can see, I was wrong. People don't really care. They probably understand that obviously you have to breathe well through this. It's designed that way. This is the costume. So they position it at the very, very bottom. So I would even consider replacing it with something more important based on people's considerations, right? So yeah, that's the use case. And what I would do next, don't upload it straight to Amazon. Upload it to manage your experiments, do an A/B test, and confirm it with actual revenue. And instead of doing this right away and skipping ProductPinion, the reason we do this in ProductPinion first is we want to minimize the risk of guessing wrong. And for a month to 2 months, 50% of the time you show something that doesn't convert as well, and it impacts your keyword ranking, impacts your PPC performance and the whole business, right? This way you minimize the risk, you upload the order that you already checked with your target audience, makes sense, and I'd say from my experience so far, 9 out of 10 times when you do this preliminary step, you also win on Amazon as well.
Nice, man. I'll mention to our audience also that you mentioned manage your experiments, like this ability to test on Amazon. So we have a video with Matt, your co-founder, Matt Coston, that it's like a 30-minute video where we show how all this works and how ProductPinion comes into play there. So it's linked in the description. And of course, there's this free trial plus double the credits to try out and test this option or other options of ProductPinion. Again, we have the bigger tutorial that houses other options of ProductPinion. So we also have another poll running, right? The one that we started. What do you think? Shall we
Yeah,
showcase
what's
it now?
happening?
All right. So
Okay,
we have
we're at
some,
11%. It's
and I see
progressing.
there's some winners, right? We have already and losers, kind of thing from now.
Well, too soon to tell. I think we only
Yeah,
had about
yeah,
11
yeah, yeah.
people.
11 people. Yeah.
Um,
Agree,
But
agree.
you can see how it progresses, right? You can see how people respond in real time.
Uh-huh.
All the details about every single person responding, their age bracket, their gender, income
Uh-huh.
range. Yeah, I think this is very, very insightful. And again, it doesn't have to be an existing product even before you launch.
Uh-huh.
So think of pre-launch stage. You
Yes.
don't really know what matters the most, but you kind of look at your competitors, see what they talk about, you develop it your way on brand for your product. Then you can do it here and see what order people prefer. And that way you increase your chances of converting well right from the get. So yeah, use this pre-launch as well. Very useful. But yeah, something I was promising to show you is how you can use your own audience, right? So when we set it up, there was a toggle on step number 3 where the audiences are to use ProductPinion audience. But you don't have to. The good thing is if you have your own audience already, you built up an email list, or maybe you have some other online community, a Facebook group, and it's engaged, you can also ask your own people to provide that feedback on any of the ProductPinion tests, not only this one. So all you have to do is just toggle here, enable having your own audience for the test. And again, whether you use ProductPinion audience or no, this is going to work. You can launch it with 0 people on ProductPinion and just do the same steps here. Now, I don't have to ask for demographics, but I can. So if I ask them for demographics, they'll answer basic things. Hey, this is my age, this is my income. Usually I just remove it just because I don't want to create any friction. I already know usually what my audience is like. Thank you message is something you can also leverage. So if I put something like, as a thank you for your opinion, here's a 10% off coupon. So what it allows us to do is we can even make money by testing, right? So they will use this coupon. Let's say they go to my listing. Let's say this is my listing. I'll just copy the link, go back here. This is the link. And I'm going to say, claim your 10% off. I'm copying public test URL, okay? And this is the link I sent in my social media, in my email flow to them. And people click on this link, this is what they see. What will you be doing? Choose an option. Next. Now they have to rank the options. So they have to move them around as 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That's how they fill this out. So let's say people look at this, they're like, okay, this matters the most to me. This is probably the second most important move. Yeah, that's how they fill this out. Now you can see what the other side of ProductPinion looks like. So now we have the order, and they have to explain themselves, just like you've seen in the explanations. I just gonna say, I picked this because I was under heavy influence of Vova on the call, and he likes it this way. Submit. Boom. And this is the thank you page. So you're done. Your response has been recorded. Thank you. One more thing. As a thank you for your opinion, here's a 10% off coupon, Vova Test 10. Claim your 10% off. They go to the listing. Can go anywhere. Can go to your Shopify site, anywhere, right? And hopefully they copy that coupon. And when they process the order, they can just paste it. So that's kind of the logic. Because we're brand builders ourselves, me and Matt were sellers for the last, like for me, 8 years. So definitely kind of understand how you build a brand, and it's part of it.
All right, man. And how much will it cost us to run these polls? Like if we want to run, let's say 100 people, such a poll, like what are the options for pricing in this sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So it depends on what plan you go for. I'm going to show you pricing quickly. So we have three plans currently, the starter, the brand, and the agency. Starter is mostly for people to see what it's like. Most of the people usually sign up for brand, unless they're bigger brands. They talk to me and they see, oh yeah, it does make sense to sign up for the agency because agency has better unit economics. And what you get with these plans, brand, $97 per month, 100 credits. So think of 100 people. And if you need more, you pay extra, just 75 cents per extra poll response. Important, we don't charge for advanced demographics. Some of the players in the space, if you select a mom who also has a dog, then all of a sudden, instead of $1, you pay $2, right? Doesn't happen with ProductPinion. It's all the same price and it's all in here. Now, these credits, in case you haven't used them this month and you already paid, they don't expire. They just roll over to the next months. Okay, so you never lose your credits. It's not like we force you to test, but obviously we believe that you have to test systematically if you want to always improve. Now, what you also get with this plan is 5 Pinion videos, and if you buy extra, just $5 per video. That part is covered in one of the other videos that Vova recorded about ProductPinion. And as I said, all the unused credits roll over, and you can use your own audience for free. So that's brand plan, and with agency, it's just you're getting 1,000 credits instead. So think of 1,000 people and 50 cents for any extra credit. So agencies and 7+ figure brands normally sign up for agencies, for agency plan, just because it makes a lot of sense if they test more than like 6-7 tests a month. Yeah, everything else pretty self-explanatory. You get custom brand results page. So agencies love that because they can show the results to their clients and it doesn't show ProductPinion, it shows their agency logo. And you get dedicated account rep. So it'd be me, Matt, or one of our teammates who can maximize your ROI. Make sure you test it to the fullest and don't do stuff that doesn't matter, that kind of thing. So that's pricing. And I'll show you a secret link as well if you don't mind. If you want to compare to our competitors, just go to this one. You have to type it. It's not visible anywhere on the website. ProductPinion.com/compare. And that's how we stack against our most similar competitors. And we have full love and respect for them. We know them personally, and we're all sharing the same mission of helping people build proper brands. But to compare ourselves, pricing-wise, this is based on 150 people, 4 demographic traits. Okay, so think of 3 tests, 50 people each, or 1 test, 150 people, whatever it is, just not number of people. So in our case, it would be $134 on the brand plan. PickFu would be $510, Intellivy $382, and then as I said, we're both sellers, me and Matt, so we've been selling Amazon for quite some time. All the things we developed from like first principles, like what do we need? What helps us improve listings? So all of these, like the functionality you see on the left is usually what we start first and others just catch up and try to emulate it. Like Amazon Search Simulation, we invented it, we coded it, still the only coded one on the marketplace, definitely helps you a lot. So stuff like that, you know that we're always on top of things, always improve it. 150 countries, as I said before, over 200 different demographic traits, because we know that asking the right audience is important. AI analysis included. You can pull your audience for free, over 60 languages. All of this is included in your ProductPinion offer. Yeah, nice, that's my little pitch. I hope this answers the pricing question. But yeah, we're the most affordable currently, but can't promise it's always going to be the case. But whoever signs up now will grandfather this pricing for as long as they stay subscribed.
That's nice, man. Yeah, this is good for long-term users. I love seeing when I'm kind of investing in software and I'm using it for a few years. Many times prices go up with time, but if I have my price grandfathered, like even if I sign up for something that is a bit more expensive now, the company kind of keeps my price. That kind of, I don't want to leave because I respect that part. Plus, I know that I'm kind of saving more now in a sense, so and still getting kind of the same results,
Absolutely.
So we're gonna have in the description again.
Basic business ethics.
Yeah, 100%. Free trial in the description, and we have the offer that helps get more credits to test out. For the first month, you can test it more for the same price kind of thing, which is pretty cool. And is there yearly investment in ProductPinion or only monthly mostly? If people just want to save?
Yeah, so if when you sign up, you'll have an option to pay for a year, which will give you different percentage of savings. I think it's between 8 and 12, depending on the plan. So you're definitely saving the most if you sign up for a year. So if you know for sure A/B testing is important, improving your conversion is going to be your project for the year. Might as well save this way.
Also, we have a coupon code, I believe, now that works. So if people use Vova in wherever the coupon code field appears, then it kind of still grants the same offer. So the link is nice because we can track and understand, but also coupon, we also can basically track and understand. So that's going to also be available in the description. Vova helps get extra credits, free trial. Yeah, I mean, also other videos are in the description where we go more in depth to how ProductPinion works. The videos part where people can record a video for you, viewer. That means like a real user goes and goes through your product page on Amazon, say, and tells you in live, like, hey, this is I like, this is I don't like. Oh, maybe then they skip on something you think that they would go to, but they don't see it, and you're like, what's going on? Like, so this gives you more food for thought. I think that's one of the coolest things in ProductPinion, but also so many new things, and this rating images between like in their best way to be on the listing. So people will say that, yeah, maybe your image number 5, we like it the best. So then put it or try to at least put it on the more
different order.
Yeah, exactly. So based on the feedback, see what people say also. Then yeah, hopefully all this helps get better buyer experience for Amazon buyers, which then us sellers, we can make more money, grow our brands. And I think it's good that we can do that for not that big of an investment, in my opinion, in a month. So brand is the most popular plan kind of thing. And it gives you, quite many responses to test, 100. So we have extra credits also. Pinion videos are those videos that I mentioned, 5 Pinion videos where people go through the listing and tell you like feedback. And what I also think is crazy, man, is like for $5 only extra, a Pinion video. This is a very good offer in my opinion, because again, you can get like 10 people for $50 recording you a short video of a few minutes telling you like stuff, and you can ask questions to help them navigate better. So maybe tell me what you think of my order of the images even. I think you can even run something similar in a video pin.
Totally.
Like in Pinion video, I mean, so it's, and plus credits continue to roll over next month. Our own audiences, if we have our Facebook groups, email lists, then we're even, we can even kind of save on the extra poll responses. Also, like we can, what I'm kind of thinking, we can add those, right? So if we're out of credits, but we're like, man, we got to test this product, things are going well. We can just
absolutely very easy to
pricing
add more.
page of inside the dashboard, we can add credits, right?
100%. Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing, but just to summarize, secondary images part, which is the main thing we talked about, helps you with conversion. And what I like about doing rank tests the most is really the lowest hanging fruit for most of the brands. You don't really have to create any new images to improve your conversion. All you have to do is maybe spend 2 minutes copying your ASIN, plugging it into ProductPinion, asking 100 people, what do you think of the order? How would you reorganize the order of the images based on the importance of the information you see there? And very often, that's all you have to do. You just follow that advice, set up a task manager experiments on Amazon, and your conversion goes up. And all you have to do is just set up one task, maybe spend 2, maybe 3 minutes. So I think any brand should do this before they dive into deep research and try to organize their new ideas and create new images, because this takes literally a few minutes and can become very fruitful, can really make a big difference in terms of conversion.
Cool, man. Yeah, I agree. So again, in the description, free trial, coupon code, double credits, and all the good stuff. Videos, how to use ProductPinion. If you want to go deeper into understanding how it works, how it can help you. Yeah, and Andri, thank you for today, man. Nice video, and nice that you've building this. You've been building this for how many years of ProductPinion already?
4 years now.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, man. So keep going, keep growing, and thank you for helping the Amazon sellers community. Let's go.
Absolutely. And feel free to reach out to me, guys, if you have any questions, you're stuck at any point, you need help. I'm usually available.
Thank you, man.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Take care.